Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, you're going to meet the great Coach G. She's going to teach us all how to have a mind, body, soul shift. Next.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Well, it says in the Bible that your body is your temple, and many of us, let's be honest, we're abusing the temple. We're staying up too late, we're over-caffeinating, maybe we're having alcohol, we're having fast food, and we're destroying the temple. Somebody who is convicted about this is my next guest, Coach G. She's the founder and CEO of Mind, Body, Soul Shift, LLC. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Well, you are in the peak of fitness, and you don't mind sharing your age. So
I don't. I'm 68 years old.
Amazing, amazing. But you weren't always as healthy as you are today.
No, not at all.
So
not at all.
Tell us the story.
Well, you know, I had acid reflux so bad that I couldn't lay down and sleep. That's what actually sent me to the doctor, because I got sick and tired of not laying down in my bed and sleeping. So I went to the doctor to get some kind of relief for the acid reflux. And she did a series of tests, and she came back. She says, you have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, high A1C, diabetes, you're overweight. I was weighing 237 pounds, and she says, you are at risk for a massive heart attack or stroke. She says, you're going to walk out the door and drop dead. And I was actually really afraid. So I went in my car, and I sat there for about 20 minutes, and I had myself a good cry. And then I spoke to God. I said, God, you created my body. You can fix this. I know you can fix this. If you tell me exactly what to do, I will be obedient and do exactly what you say. And that started my wellness journey. I didn't want to just get healthy. I wanted to be well, mind, body, soul. So I started, when I got home, I told my husband what the doctor said. And he says, well, honey, let's go and pray. Let's just go and walk and start praying. So we walked and we prayed. And we were living in Rockwall at the time. And we started walking and praying, not even realizing that we had walked 15 miles away from our house. And we had to walk 15 miles to get back home. So that first day, I walked 30 miles. It was unintentional because I was really engaged in praying to God, asking him to give me direction and give me some insight on what I needed to do in order to have a healthy lifestyle.
All right, we're going to pull up the before and after picture because you're so fit right now. People probably can't even imagine you when you were not fit. And that was 13 years ago?
Yes, that was 13 years ago.
All right, when you look at that woman on the right, what do you see?
Oh my God, I was really afraid because I wasn't taking care of myself. I wasn't eating properly. I definitely wasn't getting enough sleep, and sleep is so important to our bodies. I wasn't drinking. I wasn't hydrating myself, and I definitely wasn't getting any exercise at all. I mean, I wasn't doing anything, not even walking. And so once I started the regimen of watching what I was eating, definitely my sleep and my water intake, my life started shifting. I started to see a shift, and it was gradually. It took me a year and 4 months to lose 117 pounds just from walking. You know, now I go to the gym. You know, I tell people you don't have to. I go to the gym 2 hours every day. I'm there by 4:30 every morning.
Wow.
And I know that the gym isn't for everybody, but even if you just walk, it will really, really make a big difference. I tell people the simplest way to start walking is walk outside the door, walk 15 minutes in any direction, and then come back. and you just walk 30 minutes.
That's beautiful. I love how simple you've made it.
Yes, very simple.
We're going to pull up your website, and as we scroll down the website, I want you to talk about how you do everything from one-on-one coaching to group coaching, and now you're actually doing some corporate wellness work. This is your purpose. This is your passion.
Absolutely, it is. I really want people to understand that a lot of the diseases that we bring on ourselves, and we do, they're preventable. We don't have to live with the disease. We don't have to live with diabetes. We don't have to live with high blood pressure. We do not have to live with high cholesterol. We don't. And high cholesterol is a silent killer. And most of the time, people don't even know that they have it. So I want people to be aware of the holistic side of things, and that, you can, and it's a practice. You do have to practice holistic lifestyle. It's not something that you just wake up in the morning and say, oh, I'm going to get 8 hours of sleep. I'm going to drink half of my body weight in ounces. Most people, it takes time and it takes practice to do that. But accountability, having that accountability partner, which is where I come in at,
Yes.
To have that accountability partner, someone to check in on you and say, how's it going today? Because sometimes you don't always feel motivated to do the right thing. Sometimes you want to eat that cake.
Right.
And ice cream.
Right. Well, I think there's an old saying that it takes about 21 days to form a habit.
Yes.
And just as we get addicted to a bad habit, we can get addicted to a good habit.
Absolutely.
At a certain point, do people look forward to hitting the gym with you?
I tell people to find what makes them want to do it, whatever that is. It's like, I met this one lady, and she started going to the gym with me, and she says, Coach, I just can't do it. She says, the gym isn't for me. So I says, well, what do you like to do? She's like, I like to swim. So I introduced her to water aerobics. Oh my God, Miss Kathy got in that water and she got addicted to water aerobics. She lost over 60 pounds with water aerobics.
Really?
Yes.
That's
But
amazing.
that was her thing. It's like, because if you don't like it, you're not going to do it.
Yes.
Let's just be real. You're not going to do it. So if you like jogging, if you like cycling, if you like dancing, if you like swimming, whatever it is, then find that thing that you like so that you will stick to it. Because if you stick to it, you'll see results.
All right, she walks her talk. We've got some video that we're going to put up on the screen. I'm going to have you narrate this because just look at that. I mean, I'm seeing the traps, I'm seeing the back, I'm seeing the buys.
Yes.
You have the body of a 22-year-old.
Yes, and you know what? And the doctor, even my numbers reflect that as well. And I'm really so grateful that God gave me the insight on exactly what I needed to do in order to change my life. When I say it was a shift, mind, body, and my soul, because my soul was just. My relationship with God just elevated because of my walking and praying every day. My mindset shifted because I had to look at my health from a different aspect, and that was the transformation of my body. I always tell people there are at least 6 pillars that we should live by, which is our mindset, our habits, our eating, our exercise, our water intake, and our sleep. Those 6 things will put you on the path to wellness.
And we were talking before the show, you're convinced that had you not made this huge life shift, you wouldn't be on the planet right now.
The doctor told me that I was at risk for a massive heart attack or a stroke, that I could drop dead at any time. And that's what really got me to saying, you got to do something different. You can't continue to stay in it because you're going to die. I was 55 and I'm like, I can't, that's too young to die. 55 was too young. My daughter had just had my first granddaughter. And it's like, I want to be here to see my grandkids, grow up.
Of course. Tell us about the role faith plays in your life.
That was a major shift for me because when I got in that car, I was real with God. I said, God, you know my body. You created my body. You can fix this. I want this fixed. I didn't want a Band-Aid. I didn't want to take medication that was only going to treat the symptoms. I wanted it fixed. I didn't want diabetes. I didn't want high blood pressure. I didn't want the high cholesterol. So I wanted it fixed. And I told God, you created my body. Tell me what to do. If you tell me what to do, I will be obedient and do exactly what you say to the letter. And I did just that. And the thing is that not only did I transform my life and my body, But my whole mindset and my relationship with God just went through the roof, especially my relationship with God, because I walked and prayed for a year and 4 months every single day for God to do something different in my life, to show me what I needed to do.
Okay, in the final 2 minutes, I want you to talk to the viewer out there who's sick and tired of being sick and tired and might need to hire you as a coach. What's your coaching style? Are you a drill sergeant? What do you like? If I hired you, what's my experience?
Yes, I can be a drill sergeant because I know that consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. That's what's going to get you from where you are to where you want to be. So yes, I am a drill sergeant, but I also have compassion and understand that sometimes you have bad days. Sometimes you just want to eat that cake. You know, I understand because I'm the same way. And even though I've been doing this for 13 years, I understand, but moderation is the key. I love helping people. I love to see people transform their life, their mind, their body, as well as their soul. Because to me, all three of those are like the Trinity. You can't separate them. If you're having trouble in your mind and you're not sleeping, it's going to affect your body. It's going to affect your health, period.
Beautiful. What a great way to end the show.
Yes.
We're also going to leave you with her website, which is imcoachg.life. Coach G, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank
You
you for
bet.
having me, Jeff.
That's it for now. We'll see you next time.